Hello, everybody. Hello. Before we get started with the recap today, I want to go ahead and do a special thanks to those people who gave last week as a super thanks for my hard work, right? All right, the first person we're going to thank is Miss Welder, 69. Her picture will be right here on the screen. Thank you so much, Miss Welder, for your super thanks last week. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our next person that we want to thank is Addicted to Love 57. Thank you so much, Addicted to Love. Her picture is right here on the screen. I can never thank you enough, my love. Thank you so much. The next donation and the giving that we got was from Elizabeth Lassiter 4756. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for your super thanks, my love. I appreciate your help so much. Thank you. The next person we have is Everyday People Baby 6296. Thank you so much for your super chat, my love. Thank you so much, honey. It means so much when you take the time out of your day to bless me. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, honey, our baby nephew, honey, House of Sir James 2514. Thank you so much. His picture is right here on the screen. Thank you all for blessing me, taking the time to want to give out of your hard working money just to give a little extra. Other than your time, you give your coins, and I really do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get started with the recap.
Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on? Whew. Let me go ahead and say this before I forget, honey, because I get to talking and I, I forget. We are here to do a full recap of episode number 173 of Beyond the Gates, honey. Yes, y'all. Y'all saw all the wonderful people who blessed me last week. So thank y'all, the AI auntie. She had to pop her head in to give some love and some thanks for everyone showing her, and us all of that wonderfulness on last week. So thank y'all so much again. Y'all, today is Tuesday. And yesterday, I just hit a brick wall, not literally, but figuratively. When I tell y'all I was so exhausted on Monday, I just because I've been going, since this show been here, honey. I've been going, honey. I've been going since February. February what, 25th when they did it. And then throwing a, extra show here and there, and then having my own, productions that I have to do, and then, have a love life on the side, go out with my girlfriends and stuff. I just got tired. I think I hit a brick wall. And then I also adjudicate and going to different shows. Like on Saturday alone, I did so much running around. I accomplished a lot, but I just got tired. So yesterday after work, yesterday Monday was more than usual busy Monday, which was fine because it's not even a stressful job at all. It was just a lot of Shar, can you do this? Shar, can you do this? I added her to this email. You got an advisor sending 10 to 12 emails, and you just CC it, and it's not for you. It was just a lot. It was just a lot yesterday. So I just wanted just to not talk. I just wanted just to sit, y'all. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't look at no soap operas. I didn't look at anything really on YouTube. After I logged out, I wanted to take my car to this mechanic that I use, and I was kind of feeling a little low about that because if y'all don't know, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they sent the border agents here over the weekend. They were supposed to just be here over the weekend, but them motherfuckers been here pretty much. Today's Tuesday, they still here. I heard that they might be leaving by the end of the week, and one of the areas that they raided was like literally 5 minutes from my house. And it's these these families out there, they're selling roses. I'm sure y'all have seen them in your areas. They be selling roses, buckets of flowers and stuff that you want to give. And they had a live broadcast of them people chasing them people. I was like, oh my God. So my mechanic is literally almost like a block away from that area, and he is Hispanic. So I wanted to take my car over there for him to look at it, but when I called him, I didn't get an answer. So I'm like, hopefully they didn't grab him up. I don't know if he's legal or illegal. The man, he does fucking great work, and that kind of had me feeling like, I was feeling real low, Miss Celia. I was feeling mighty low. I was, and then of course I've been knowing him for so long. I was like feeling uh empathy because I was like, damn, hopefully they didn't snatch him up and take him, because a lot of people don't know where their people are. So I don't mean to make this political because it's really not. I just felt that it just threw me off because I was like, I'm gonna take my car up there because he normally does a great job, you know. Although my oil light came on, I might just take it back to where I got my oil changed at and see if they can reset it or fix something. I don't know. They told me I could, but I wanted him to do it because that's my dude, and he's less than 5 minutes away from my house. And I felt so sad for those people yesterday, just to see those border patrol people chasing a man all in the parking lot. It's been on Good Morning America if you saw it, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just horrible. So I'm an empath, and so sometimes I feel a lot of heaviness. And yesterday was a heavy day. It was just a heavy day. I just didn't feel like picking up the microphone. I just didn't feel like recording. So I just took a nice hot warm shower. My boyfriend bought me some Popeye's chicken. I didn't even really eat that. And we just came over. We didn't have the TV on, and we were just sitting talking, sharing IG crazy ass posts. And just had a time with him that I haven't had with him since we dated. We've been together, Lord, 5.5 years. And just we haven't done it. We just haven't sat down and just talked and just shared and just. And I really didn't talk. I let him do a lot of the talking. I just sat and listened, looked at stupid shit on IG, everything AI and stuff like that. It was just a nice day time with him that afternoon, and I just didn't want to catch up with nothing. I just wanted just to be Shar, just be. And it was good. It was good just to sit and just talk with him and just wasn't complaining about nothing, just doing nothing. Sometimes you got to do that. Your body tells you to slow the fuck down. You better slow your ass down. Shit. Or it's gonna make you slow the fuck down. And that's what I did, and I'm so glad I did it. And that doesn't mean I didn't miss doing it yesterday, but I didn't wa- I sometimes I feel that anxiety if if I don't have it done today, then that tenses up every organ in your body. You don't want to feel anxiety about this. You want to be able to feel comfortable, and make this is a hobby. Yeah, I earn money from it, and you guys bless me, but this is a wonderful, amazing hobby that could lead into a great experience. And I just need to just remember that. Not to say I'm not trying to put out no good content now, because that's what I do. I'm a content creator, and I am creative, and I'm an actress, so I'm serious about my shit. But I'm still human, and I still just needed to take a breather, sit the fuck down, take a shower. Of course, I take showers, but it was just a lot this weekend, and yesterday was a lot emotionally. So I just took a little breather yesterday, but I'm back. I'm looking at the almost the first 35 seconds of this yesterday's episode of 173, and I see Dre with his gold chain and his bracelet, showing his tea ties. So it looks like it's gonna be a good episode. So thank y'all for having patience with me. I know y'all could be like, Auntie, you got to explain, girl. You be going hard. And I see y'all. I see y'all comments telling me how hard I go. And I do. And I've never gone this hard before, pretty much about anything, really, except for motherhood. So for me to sit back and do something hard for myself, it's very strange because you tend to think that when you do a lot of things for yourself, you're a little selfish. But ain't nothing wrong with being a little selfish every now and then. So I just took a break, y'all. And it's gonna happen every now and then. It will. It's gonna pop up, and I just feel like I've been going constantly since February. Even when they had that break off, I still was trying to think of some content to put out so that my channel can stay relevant and active, and it did. But yesterday was that brick wall, and I think I'm gonna do just another day, just to call out from work, just have just a PTO day just to breathe. I can't do it this week because we have a lot of people who are out. But yeah, I just needed that. I just needed to just do that. My body needed it. My mind, my heart, my spirit, and just needed just to stop. Just stop, and I did, and I'm so happy I did it. So I've talked. I'll put a warning at the beginning of this video so that you guys will know that a lot of blah 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 is happening within the first 8 to 9 minutes, and we can get this recap started. But I just had to tell you guys that if you have a moment like that and you just need to stop, just chill, breathe, relax, spend time with whatever makes you feel good, whether it's your significant other, friends, even yourself. you just have to stop. You really do. You have to chill, breathe, inhale, exhale. They call it the 7-11. You inhale for 7 seconds, hold it, and then you exhale for longer. And if you can do that just to give your body the love that it needs, the attention that it needs, you'll wake up even more refreshed than you were before. So, all right, that's all I needed to say. I'm going to go ahead and get this party started with my recap. And I will start this recap in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. I mean, we waking up in bed with Andre and Danny. And clearly they are in Cali, stand near the ocean because you can hear the water, rustling and the wind moving, water moving, wind rustling. And so she's standing at the balcony with this beautiful low cut satin gown with her robe. This looks like a zebra print, or it might be forest. It's something, but it's so gorgeous. And her hair is just tousled, no makeup, very, it's light makeup. It looks like afterglow makeup of her just fucking her husband. So it's cute. Go ahead, Dean. Oh, he said, boo. Oh, he just hugged her. He was like, oh, baby, why you up so early, honey? Especially on the first day of our honeymoon. I mean, she's just thinking about you, boo. I wanted to watch the sunrise in LA. There's nothing more beautiful than a California autumn sky. I want to go to Cali. I really do. But their microphones are off. I'm on my pink headsets today, so their microphones are, I can hear the echo, so it's not crisp like how my microphone is sounding right now, and like how my microphone was sounding during AI Aunty. You can hear the echo, and they need to do better with that. He says, except for the woman looking at it. So he says that she's more beautiful than the California autumn sky. Ain't that sweet? I think we made a good choice coming here. Sounds like a grown man. I like that we're playing this whole adventure by ear. When I tell you he is really not fucking with no Ashley no more, he ain't thinking about that bitch at all. Our whole marriage was a spur of the moment, right from the start, Danny said. He was like, yeah, I get that, but the two of us making up this old vacay as we go along, even by LA standards, baby, this could get wild as fuck. All right, so the next scene, we are at Bill Hamilton and Associates. I mean, Bill Hamilton Esquire and Associates. We have Caroline, we have Tomas. They are meeting in his office. So Caroline is giving Bill his tea. Okay. Bill was like, bitch, I asked for coffee. She's like, but we both know that tea is much better for you. I see that Haley has enlisted you into making me into this herbal tea drinker. She was like, is there a reason you think Haley and I would be conspiring something behind your back? Now, I know a lot of y'all said that Caroline was in it, you know, into the thick of it. Hey, into the thick of it. That they are working together. I don't know. I trust Caroline, but I've been wrong before. But that's what she asked him. That cup is cute that he has. It's real cute. He was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. There was that one time when the two of you tried to make me jealous with Tomas." He looked at Tomas. He's like, "Right, Tomas." Tomas is like, "Okay." I refused to answer for so many reasons, Tomas said. Caroline was like, honey, that is true, honey, but that was when you weren't paying no attention to your wife. And things are Gucci now, right? He was like, yeah, never better. And I know that her never ending quest to force this healthy diet on me comes from a good place. Good, Caroline says. And I hope that you have made it clear to her ass that you do appreciate her efforts, okay? He was like, okay, what the fuck? I mean, where's this sudden concern come from regarding my marriage? Well, she's feeling like that because of the fact that Haley is checking out Isaiah with a Z. Then we have the bop. Y'all ain't gonna hear the bop now because I'm not watching it on the TV. I'm watching it on my computer. So next we see Haley at the country club. I don't know why I can never think of the fucking word country club. Now her pink diamond marriage ring wedding set is cute. She's sitting there dabbing her lips, right? Okay, and then she happens to look up into the lobby, and she sees Isaiah and Jacob, honey, the Hawthorne boys, dabbing each other. What's up, bruh? What's up going on, bruh? And Isaiah got a high booty too. Jacob was like, yeah, you putting on weight, nigga. Oh man, I'm trying to get like you. Yeah, yeah. She looking at him like, fuck. Damn, that motherfucker sissy. So she was about to get up, honey, and take her ass over there when somebody in a blue blazer comes and says, hi there. And so Haley was like, hi. Girl, it was Kat. I was like, who this old lady coming up here? Now they're getting Kat back to her mature look, but I love the tie look that she be wearing. It'd be cute. Kat was like, I'm sorry, was this seat taken? And Haley was like, no, bitch. But you must know that, Haley says. And so Kat was like, well, bitch, I did notice that your lack of popularity because nobody likes to sit with Haley, in her long ass fucking wig. So, yeah. And I know how much it bothers you that although you're a member of the country club, Kat said, you're still not in Fairmont Crest's inner circle, bitch. So you decided to sit down to remind me of that fact? Haley said. I might be willing to encourage my mother and my grandmother to extend an olive branch and enhance your social standing. Why? Haley says. I'm suspicious too. Yeah, I'm the same girl. Why, Kat? Why? Are you my girl? But why? Kat says, because your ass have information that might be helpful to me. Who? Which is, Haley says, how does a family stealing homewrecker's mind work? So we're at Orphe Jeans and we see Leslie now. I love that peplum leather coat she got on, bitch. Go ahead, honey. Now I ain't even gonna lie. Yesterday I didn't even feel like I saw that she was on there because again I keep the TV on during that time slot so my views can count. But I just didn't feel like dealing with her bullshit. I just didn't. Oh, I just didn't feel like dealing with that lady yesterday. So I'm better today. So that she looks cute and she got my purse. Again, I told y'all we got the same purse. So she comes in there, twirls this box and lays it on the table for Eva. Guess what this is? Ugh. Please don't say it's a new wig, mama. She's back. All right, so we're going to look on this board. I'm going to make sure I put a picture up. I forgot last time. Black blue burger, oxtail stew. No, what that say? Something base stew. Oh, something base stew. Fish, French fries. I'm about fish fries and tomato salad. So they still got the same shit up there. Y'all about that bull? Y'all about that bullshit? With my elevated status around here, I am no longer going incognito. No, she's not. She just did a few weeks ago. She's such a liar. Hee hee. This is something you'll actually approve of. And she's tapping on the box. Yeah. A bunch of noise canceling headphones for everyone that's within an earshot of the construction of your house. That damn house, honey. You're getting warmer, Leslie says. It does have something to do with Fairmont Crest. Ah, Mama, just tell me what the fuck it is. Ah, you're no fun, Eva. Fine. I'll spill. And this box contained the ticket to the highest of high society. I'm sorry, of high society. Eva's looking like, what the fuck? This is an awfully big ticket, Mama. Anita sent it to my hotel suite. I'm ready for June and her to bump heads again. They haven't bumped heads again since that last time. I need for them to bump heads again. I need some fire. Cause she's getting away with too much bullshit. That coat, and the more I look at it, it's like snake skin. Bitch, I need that. I bet you sold the fuck out, but I need that. I need that coat. That's beautiful. Wait a minute. Anita Dupree sent this shit, Mama? What? Okay, now I'm really concerned, honey, because is this a very classy, high class bomb? So Leslie rolls her eyes and opens up the ticket. And so opens up the box and she starts, shaking the ticket. So Eva was like, tickets to Winterfest? My dear friend Anita wants me to address these and send them out. Girl, you a secretary. Can you believe it? Now Eva rolls her eyes. These are the keys to the kingdom, and I am now the gatekeeper to the hottest event in town, and I get to decide who goes to the Winterfest. I thought Anita did that when she created the guest list, Mama. Oh no, that was just a preliminary, preliminary effort, and this is just a guesstimate, girl. She entrusted me with the most vital task of the entire event. And I am going to make sure that only those who have my seal of approval will get these all important envelopes. You finna fuck it up. People are gonna miss this event because you trying to choose who pick and choose who can go to this damn Winterfest, which was all started way before your ass slid in town. So now Anita's friends is gonna be mad at her because this bitch is picking and choosing who she wants to be at the fucking Winterfest. When Anita just says, just send them out to the guest list. No, she want to pick. You give a person an inch, I swear they're gonna take a motherfucking yard. Who the fuck told you to pick and choose who's supposed to be coming, bitch? Y'all, this is why yesterday I couldn't deal with that shit, this bullshit. I couldn't. I'm fine today. I'm not mad. I'm just, this is what I do, because I'm speaking what you guys are thinking. Shit. Why the fuck would you? Eva was like, I remember something about power corrupting. Absolutely. So we see our boos, Jan and Mona, come to Orphe Jeans. Jan, Mona. Jan is waving. Mona was like, "Ew." See, the way Mona's looking, I felt that same way, honey. Loving her hair. That mohawk is cute. The necklace, I love me some Mona. Y'all know why I love Mona. Ooh, Mona rolled her eyes, baby. Leslie is like, Mona? Mona's like, bitch, no. So Eva was like, yikes. And Leslie still got that smile, that uncomfortable smile. Like nothing bothers her, but she has some things that bothers her. She does. I hate that uncomfortable grin that she has. Girl. I don't know a first thing about being a home wrecker. We're back at the country club, and that's what Haley says, bitch. Now her dress is cute too. Y'all been dressing a little bit cute, okay? But still, I don't know whether it's summer or winter, honey, because she dressed like she finna go to the club on a spring day, and then Kat is dressed like it's like fall outside. So they be confusing me. I'm just a woman who fell in love. Try to sound all innocent, girl. The fact that you said that so convincingly, girl, is why you're the perfect person to advise me, Kat says. Girl, whose home are you looking to wreck? What are you talking about, Haley? I'm the victim here, honey. Eva, the wrecking ball, is determined to destroy every aspect of my life, including my relationship with my pappy. Well, girl, he is her pappy too. Of course you would side with her, Kat says. You're two of a kind. Which is interesting because they both are interested in Isaiah. I mean, shouldn't you be nice to the person that you're trying to get help from, girl? Kat says, fine. And then she puts this real huge, beautiful smile on. How do I stop Eva from making moves on my man? Girl, she ain't thinking about no Tomas no more. I put my foot in my mouth big time when I asked Bill to look at my contract with Banneker. Man, we are with the hawthorns, all this chest and arms and biceps and cuteness on the screen. That's Isaiah talking to Big Bro. Yo, I thought his wife was his niece. That's a natural assumption to make, bro. Man, the amount of drama you missed while you was gone. I look, Haley was Naomi's best friend before she made her move on Naomi's pappy. And I thought I brought the scandal to town. Nah, man. Haley Hamilton's got you beat. But look, I'll be honest. I suggest you stay clear of her ass. I mean, all the black men is wearing gold chains. I guess that's a a a sign of status and wealth. I mean, all the men, the black men especially, wearing gold chains, except for Bill and Vernon. Everybody else, yeah, gold chains all day. Isaiah just nodded his head. All right, all right. Aren't I allowed to care about you and Haley? This is Caroline talking to Bill at the back at the office of Bill Hamilton, Esquire and Associates, honey. And Tomas is like, my name is Kat. I ain't into that. I mean, he was like, of course you are. And relationships that are the most easy going amongst us will always require a lot of effort. That is for sure. Tomas says. You sound stressed, Tomas, Caroline says. Do you need to lay off the caffeine too? I don't want to get into it. I'll take that as a yes. I'm going to offer you both some free advice, all right? I've watched lawyer after lawyer in this firm, honey, torpedo their personal life by prioritizing work above all else. Since work is what I get paid to do, I'm going to go work on that brief. So Tomas gets up, shuts his laptop. Bill just like, good move, my bro, good move. She just says, way to prove my point. So Bill is looking on his little iPad and she says, Bill, we've known each other for way too long not to be straightforward. He was like, go ahead. She tells him that she saw how he took Danny for granted. And for reasons that she'll never understand, honey, Danny put up with his bullshit. But Haley's ass is different. If you treat her ass the same way, she gonna leave you. I want our honeymoon to get as crazy as possible. We're back with the Richardsons. Well, Danny Dupree, Andre Richardson. She says she wants them to have a good time, honey. Challenge accepted, he says. She says, see? This is why we work so well. You really are down to do whatever off the wall bullshit that I want to do. You don't expect for me to be the perfect corporate wife or society lady. You accept my more unique impulses. Shit, he says, accept, baby. I love that shit. She says, but you also know when I'm going too far and you're not afraid to call me out. Right back at you, he says. She says, I've never been in a relationship this honest. And I'm telling you, that's how I am. Man, it is the most freeing feeling in the world. You can be free and do whatever, but they will call you on your shit. And you respect that. And you can do the same with them. And it's just, I mean, it's just such a good feeling. I like that we tell each other everything. Girl, stop lying, Danny, because you sure as fuck didn't tell him that you kissed Bill. Not once, but twice. He says, yeah, me too. Which is why I need to go ahead and tell you that before we left DC, I had a talk with Ash. Look at you protecting my feelings, Danny said. But I'm not fragile. I know the two of you are friends. You don't have to tell me every time you have a conversation. He said, yeah, I know, but this conversation you need to know about. Ashley told me that she was not happy with Derek and she wants to be with me. She was shocked. She's like, wait a minute, Ashley ended her engagement? He said, before we left town, and this is the first time you're mentioning it. Okay, Danny, you just said that he was sparing your feelings, but now you're talking about he's just mentioned. Look, just let him tell you, all right? He said, well, look, obviously I turned his ass down. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here with you, boo. But I wouldn't have come. But you feel the need to tell me now. Does this mean that you're having second thoughts about rejecting her? I tell you, Mona's look. We are back at Orphe Jeans. Mona is looking at Leslie and Eva like they're both a piece of shit. Well, not Eva, but definitely Leslie, as they go to their table and Leslie and Eva still talking about that damn guest list. If I work on this guest list where they can see me, Mona's curiosity is going to get the best of her, honey, because she is the nosiest thing. So you trying to work on the guest list. So what you gonna do? Wave it up in the air? Let me work on this guest list like a damn magic wand. And she will have to come over here and see what I'm doing. And then once we start speaking, we'll be as close as we were before. It seems like Leslie has the mind of a very immature middle school girl. It's like you have this idea of how things are supposed to go. But when we in reality, it's not going to be like that with your old looking hands. Child, my mom used to say, Susan Lucci. Susan Lucci, would get all this facelift and stuff. She said, but girl, look at her hands. Her hands are so wrinkled. I was like, okay, I started looking at people. So if you want to see a person's age, they can have that tight skin on their face all they want. But look at their hands, honey. You can't plump that out. At least, I don't think you can. Can you Botox hands? I'm sure you can now, but back then you couldn't. But yeah, Leslie's hands, honey. Child. Come on, they can be close as they ever were. Mona's still looking at her and said, I can never forgive that bitch the way you have, girl. That's the way she looking. I love that jacket Mona is having. Yeah, it has on. It's so cute. That woman put Laura in the hospital for months. Not to mention all the emotional trauma the child is still experiencing. I mean, go ahead, Mona, with the baby hairs too. I mean, Jan's stupid ass talking about, well, she was never charged. Mona was like, bitch, just because the police couldn't find enough evidence doesn't mean that she didn't run poor Laura off that damn road or inject her IV with potassium. Well, I choose to give Leslie the benefit of the doubt. Jan, I love you. I have so much respect for you, girl. But girl, you're gonna be put in the same fucking category as Leslie. You keep talking like this. You just using her, honey. You want her to buy you some diamonds or something for Christmas. That's what you want. And the way I see it, while there's no justification for what she might have done, everyone is capable of losing it or doing terrible things, girl. She was a good friend to us, girl. Mona's like, honey, I'm gonna do some bad shit, but I ain't losing it. Shit. So Jan was like, and don't forget that, girl. So Mona says that was when we really didn't know who the fuck she was. But do we really even know who anyone is? Jan, Jan, girl, Jan, you're too smart for that. If y'all hear me typing, that's the reason why I'm trying to do these pictures today, so I'm just marking off the timestamp of how I need to land these. Jan, you really are smarter than that, girl. Child, when she was trying to cross her legs, she was hitting the table. No, but she stayed her line though. She said she thought that Derek was a wonderful guy until he faked his being paralyzed just to hang on to Ashley. So I have zero regrets about turning down Ashley. He really does, Danny. Believe it. That motherfucker ain't thinking nothing about that bitch. Y'all, I mean, y'all was really doing some screwing in this bed. You got pillows all over the floor. Shit. What y'all do? I want to know. I want to know. Yes. He said, in fact, it's the opposite. I was given a chance to do a fucking do over with the woman who's rejected me, whose rejection so flattened me that I flew out to fucking Vegas with you to get married. Yeah, she has rejected him a lot, didn't she? When he tried to kiss her, no, Andre. Yeah, she did. I know that I think about it. That bitch has rejected him a lot. Wow. He was like, most people pray that the one who got away comes back to them. Child, I told y'all about my first love. I was like, oh, child. Anyway, he continues and says, and when she did, I realized then that it was you that I wanted to really be with. So you're fickle, she says. He's like, look, what I am is someone who is able to compare what I have for you now with what I had with her then. And there is no comparison, boo. What started out as something that we did as a joke with an Anita Williams impersonator turned into something freeing, something real, something that I don't want to fucking give up. Go ahead, Andre. I knew it. Like I said, that time that he was by himself and he didn't have no memories of Ashley, I said, no, he over her. She has rejected him so many different times. Even when that nigga gave her a picture of Paris and she gave that shit back. Yeah, honey, yeah. He said, that is the reason why I wanted to tell you this shit today. He said, this is no longer a rebound relationship. At least it's not as far as I'm concerned. Wow. Danny, girl. Mm. So he grabs her hand. He was like stone cold sober with the clear light of day. Danielle Dupree, I choose you. He kisses her hand. She says, I choose you too, Andre Richardson. I do feel a little bad for Ashley, though. She finally decided to ditch Derek because she couldn't get over your ass, only to have you shoot her down. Girl, don't feel sorry for her because she kept shooting him down. It's cool. She'll get over it. I promise you. She's gonna get under some well. He was like, look, I was told that's not exactly how that shit happened. According to Uncle Tad, the hospital gossip was that Ashley found out that Derek was faking his paralysis. So she was pissed as fuck, and that's why they broke up. Why would Derek do something like that? Dre was like, I don't know. Apparently, he thought that Ashley was only with his ass because she thought he needed her, which was actually an insult to her and their relationship. Bill drove me to do some really crazy shit when we were together, so I am in no position to judge her. But being with you, baby, I realize how much better it feels to be with someone who doesn't drive you batshit crazy. He was like, wait a minute. So is this you saying that a healthier relationship is hotter? You tell me, she said. What bitch? Eva is after Thomas? Child, we're back at the country club, and that's what Haley asked Kat. No, she not after him, girl. She fucked him. They was doing it. This is the most interesting piece of office gossip I've heard lately. There's nothing to gossip about, Kat says. Tomas and I are very happy. This is just a precautionary measure on my part, that's all. After all, Eva's crazy ass mammy managed to destroy my parents' marriage as solid as it was. If their marriage had been truly solid, Haley says, nothing Leslie did could have destroyed that shit, girl. If Bill and Danny had been completely happy, all the love I had for him wouldn't have made no fucking difference. And that's true. A lot of y'all were saying that Nicole might have been treating like Ted like a piece of shit during her miscarriage days. So she might have been like in a deep, deep hole that there was nothing that he could do to her to bring her out of it. I don't know how she got out of it. I wish they would show that part, not show it to relive it, but show or talk about how did she get out of it, unless that's something I missed. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Did Nicole ever talk about how she got out of it, or was having Cat her way of getting out of that spiral? Because whatever, and again, that does not give him any excuse to go and seeking, but that's what happens. I mean, nobody's perfect. People do things to find that feeling of feeling whole again, and he needed that. He was empty, and Leslie filled him up at that time. I mean, again, remember, he didn't know this side of her now like he did back then. It was a different side. But Nicole pushed him away, and she owned it. She said she did. She knew that she pushed him away. And so Haley is right. They may not have been as perfect as they appeared to be after they had Cat. But before they had Cat, girl, they probably went through some bullshit. And that debris was still there, and they probably never dealt with it, because after they had Cat, it disappeared. And so she was okay. But they probably never dealt with the bullshit that they had to deal with, because of the fact that Nicole never got counseling, got the help that she needed because she had the baby. So Haley, this is rare, honey. Like that wig, they didn't even blend that wig in good, girl, with your part. But you right, girl, you right. She says, cause girl, happy men don't fucking stray. Ooh, Kat was like, well, bitch, you were not the first. Bill stepped out on Aunt Danny long before you came along, honey. Which just proves my point, Haley said. There were cracks in their relationship before I came along, and men always look for a way to fill the cracks, so to speak. That's what I said. He was empty and he needed Leslie to fill. Unfortunately, he fell on that, but and got her pregnant, if you know. But yeah, he was empty. He was empty and he needed to be filled. And Haley, well, Bill and Haley, of course, I'm talking about Ted and Nicole. Ted was empty and he needed that. Whatever that was that Leslie gave, he needed it and she gave it to him. And he appreciates her for that, because again, they were friends. They were friends. They really were. So, and he found release and relief in her. So yeah, I get it. I get it, honey. I get it. So Haley says, look, my advice is this. If you want to hang on to Tomas, fix any little problems as soon as possible. Don't leave a crack for some other girl just to slip on into. Right. Don't leave cracks. I'm telling y'all, women, y'all got that man. Don't leave cracks. Because somebody will slide up in there and fill it. I'm telling you. She said, thanks. I mean it. This is what Kat says. And she gets up and skedaddle. I just hope that you meant what you said, girl, about talking to your mother and your grandmother about me. Kat just like, bitch. While she talking, she ran out of there, girl. So she goes to the lobby and texts Tomas to see if he was free for lunch. So we see Jacob and she says, Kat, how's it going? She was like, great. She looks around. I need to find the maitre d'. She kind of like ignored. She didn't even speak to Isaiah. He looking like, all right. So Jacob was like, that was weird. So Isaiah says that she was in a hurry. He was like, no, that she was sitting with Haley. And so Isaiah says, what, they're not friendly? Jacob was like, nah, not that I know of. I don't know. I'm guessing that cat probably wanted something from her ass. Maybe placing a large order of purses or something. And Cat and Jacob was cool. 90 days ago now, she barely speak to him. Girl. That's right, Isaiah says. Cat's a businesswoman now. That's right. Yeah, she do got that no nonsense, don't fuck with me vibe. So yeah. You been hanging with Cat? Jacob said. He was like more like hanging with her half sister Eva. Yeah, the two of them seem to have a little tension between them. Listen, bro, you might want to keep an eye out where Eva's concerned. Damn, y'all don't want the nigga to talk to nobody. Don't talk with Haley. Leave Cat alone. Don't fuck with Eva. Like, damn. She rubs just as many folks the wrong way, just like Haley did. From what I understand, Isaiah says, folks are blaming Eva for her mother's sin. That's true, nigga. But look, just be careful, all right? I don't want to be late for my shift. Give our father our best regards. That damn Isaiah's a smart ass cutie pie. I will. I will. Smart ass. Look, I know that you want to hear this shit, but Pops is glad you're back home. We all are. So Jacob leaves and Isaiah goes to the elevator. So she walks up to him, Haley. Should my ears be burning? She says that to Isaiah. He turns around. So we're at the Bird Cafe, and Jacob said he had to leave because he didn't want to go be late for work. But he's at the Bird Cafe. And Bill just shows up and says, Hey, I really enjoyed having dinner with you and Naomi last night. What did Jacob just have on in the previous episode? I mean, the previous scene. Let me see. Maybe the Bird Cafe is attached to the country club at some point. Child, I don't know. He had on a blue shirt, so because he was working out. So I'm assuming that when he went to the Bird Cafe to get his coffee, he put the jacket on top. Okay, I'm just looking at, what do they call it? Continuity. That's what I'm looking at. Bill continues and says, we should do it again sometime. All right, yeah, we can maybe do it soon. I'll have to check Naomi's schedule. So yeah. Huh? Wow. Bill came to the Bird Cafe because he wanted some coffee. So Jacob was like, well, man, caffeine fix don't seem like that's in there like your style, bro. He said, look, all of the fucking people at the office is trying to force me to drink some damn green tea. So I had to, I had to resort to a little subterfuge. I hope I can count on you, boy, to keep our little secret. Since Haley is in charge of the healthy diet brigade. I can talk. I suppose that this one is pretty small, Jacob says, as far as secrets go, as opposed to some other bigger secret, Bill said. All right, now we back at the damn country club with Isaiah and Haley talking. My brother was just telling me that he and Naomi were having dinner with you and your husband last night. She like, I don't want to talk about that nigga. She looking like, who? Oh, him. He says, like, with all the connections between us, hell, we practically fam. Oh, don't think of me that way. He's, it's nothing negative or anything. Although I might not get along with all of them, my family's, generally pretty cool though. It's just, Naomi has made it very clear she doesn't consider me a family member. Yeah, he said, yeah. Jacob was telling me a little something about your history. Why, Isaiah, he finna sneeze in this damn picture. Well, did he tell you that this world is very different from the one that I grew up in? When I moved to the DMV, I was living in a rented room. And before I married Bill, I started off as a receptionist at his law firm. Worked my way up to paralegal, and now I I don't imagine too many paralegals who are members of a fancy schmancy country club like these. She said, huh. I knew you get it. Like you want to get me, or like I want to get you in this elevator, boo. Mm, you're so big. I always fantasized about living this way, but I never thought it would actually happen. I know that probably sounds real shallow to someone like you. He was like, yo, ain't nothing wrong with having big dreams. At least that's what I always tell my kids. Oh, how many children do you have? He was like, well, I can only give a rough estimate. She's like, what the fuck? That look on her face is like, damn, he got children. Damn. Girl, don't, don't walk away from men who have kids. The men who have kids who are really involved in their children's life are really, really decent men. So don't back away from that. But she's like, damn. Well, of course we know he's talking about the kids at Banneker. So she was like, he was like, just fucking with you. I just accepted a job as an academic advisor at Banneker, girl. That's what I was meeting with Bill about, girl. I'm trying to help, a bunch of college students figure out what they want to do with their lives and everything. And here I thought that you were the only Hawthorne who wasn't up for sainthood. She thought he was a bad boy. She want him to stay bad, girl. Girl, you can't keep a man in a box, although you want him in your box, but you can't keep him. Thanks for meeting me here. This is Catherine and Thomas. I guess she found the maitre d', and I think that they're sitting at the Dupree table because they normally have a placard there. So I missed you. I mean, I know that it's only been like just a day since we've seen each other, but work's been out of keeping me really busy. Oh, when he did that, he flicked that damn handkerchief real hard. What's going on with you, Thomas? And I know our last conversation was pretty intense, Kat said. Well, that is one word for it, as he sips his water. He is really disappointed in her, honey. I mean, that's why I text. I mean, I really want to let you know how things between us are going to be a lot more chill moving forward. Look at them. They're probably dishing out all the good dirt without me. There's Leslie back at the table with her daughter and talking about Mona and Jan. They ain't even talking about, well, they probably are gossips because they do gossip. And they probably are talking without you, girl, because you just fucked up. I mean, if you want to win Mona's friendship back, Mama, why don't you just go on over there and make amends instead of just sitting your ass over here waving around a pen and some paper, hoping to make her fucking curious? No, Mona knows how to ignore you, honey. You're the one that's desperate. You could be onto something. Because Mona is the biggest Dupree suck up there is. And once she's learned that I'm BFFs with the Queen Anita, she'll be all over me dying to be friends again. Eva's looking like, when I tell you I got one crazy mammy, yes, you do, girl. You definitely do, girl. I'm so disappointed in that damn Derek. Did he say why he did it? Now we're at the table where Mona and Jan are talking. Of course they're gossiping. I want to taste that barbecue sauce that be on the table, honey. I want to taste that. I'm gonna put that on some chicken. Is that some like their own barbecue sauce, or did y'all open up one of them store bought and just fill them in? Because I is that hot sauce? I want to taste that. Jan tells her, girl, he was afraid that Ashley was going to leave his ass. And honestly, honey, his concerns, his worry weren't completely off base. Mona says, girl, but they've been together for some time now. Was there something that I missed, girl? You ain't tell me all the tea? Uh-oh. Jan looked around, honey, with them little wand curls. She was like, girl, now, this shit is not to be repeated, okay? Mm-hmm. Girl, Ashley fell hard for Andre Richardson, girl. But in the end, honey, she could not compete with Danny Dupree. As nice as our view is, none of the sights of LA compared to you. When I tell you that Andre is like Casanova, man, when I tell you he is locked in. He is locked in, flat-footed, hard, wide open, baby, no nostrils flaring. Girl, he is locked the fuck in. He is not thinking about no damn Ashley. Ashley is like tuna compared to Danny is filet mignon, nigga. And they start to fuck. Sweet like honey, hey, brown like whiskey, ow. Just can't wait to get near you and hope that you feel what I feel. 'Cause I think this could be real. Okay, that's all I'm gonna give y'all. It was hurting me to sing that shit. They just tonguing each other down and licking and lapping and go ahead, Andre and Zane. Why don't you come real close to me? I come a little more close to you. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you, that's all I'm gonna do. All right. Auntie feeling much better today. Then we pan off to the breeze of the open balcony. Go ahead, y'all. I need to take a trip to LA and be on the beaches, honey, with my boo. Honey, I am so relieved from this break from work. Mona, girl, what work you be doing, girl? We're back at Orpheus. Mona, what work you be doing, girl? Okay, now we know. She says, honey, I've been putting in extra hours since Anita co-opted Laura to be her personal assistant for the all wonderful Winterfest planning. Every year I hear about Winterfest from you, honey, and every year it sounds even more exciting. Girl, why you ain't never been, Jan? You work for Vanessa. Vanessa ain't never buy you no ticket. She ain't no good boss, girl. Girl, you need to get another boss. Go work for Leslie. That's what's gonna happen. Leslie's ass gonna make sure that Jan's ass is there at the Winterfest. Like, y'all been all these friends, these girls for all these years, and y'all ain't never invite Jan to come. I mean, Mona, Vanessa, y'all ain't never invite the lady to come to Winterfest. I mean, I love you now. Y'all know I love me some Mona, but damn. All right, okay. Because Mona says they always seem to come up with a new way to outdo the year before. Jan says, well, girl, at least you do get a chance to go. I've always wondered what it would be like to attend. Y'all ain't never invite that woman to go. What kind of bullshit is that? You can invite her to come to Orphe Jeans and gossip and shit. But y'all ain't never invite that lady to go. Vanessa, you need to be split in half. Other than Joey, honey. You ain't never had your maid come. You trash. Mona was like, sorry, Cinderella girl. you know I take you if I could, but what's the excuse, Mona? And why you can't take her, Mona? I'm tripping about that. So Leslie is like literally staring them the fuck down. And so back at the booth, Eva tells her mother, Mama, will you stop staring at them? Damn. They're gonna think your ass is stalking them, which she is. She's like very focused. That's why this whole cat Leslie dynamic it just gets more realer and realer. I know that's not a word, but realer and realer, because when Cat is focused on something, she don't see nothing else. She just be focused. Leslie is just as bad, and Leslie looks like, really? Yes, bitch. You just seem off. And then Eva continues and says, because besides, honey, you're supposed to be having lunch with me, but you don't seem to be the least interested on what's been going on in your daughter's life. Damn. Because I already know. And now, is she going to talk about that she met Isaiah? Let's see. She did. Yesterday, I met that Isaiah boy that you got your eyeballs on. You what? How? Okay. Tell me everything that happened. If you fucking wreck my chances by saying anything full of shit or do anything fucking crazy, I will never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, ever forgive your ass. Oh, Eva of little faith. But I gotta give it to you, girl. You got good taste. You got it from your mama. I mean, you got it from your mama. Ow, ow. I can't stand it when she do all that. Ow, 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 ow. And your mama. Okay, all right. Now listen. Isaiah is one fine specimen. And he even seems like a decent human being. But I thought you hated do-gooders, Mama. Yeah, why? Because they're always broke, baby girl. But now that we got our own money, you can afford to think about your heart instead of your bank account. I wasn't saying anything about your marriage. We're back at the Bird Cafe. That's Jacob answering Bill's questions about keeping fucking secrets. So Bill says, well, who said you were? They kind of laughed. He was like, over the year, I've cross-examined more cops than I can fucking count. And what I found was that inevitably the most trustworthy ones were the worst liars. And Jacob, you are extremely trustworthy. I appreciate the compliment, but I don't know what the fuck you're getting at. Naomi and I hardly spend any time with you two. And yet, here you are after having dinner with us last night. Here you are making comments about how one of us is keeping secrets from the other. It's the birth control bullshit. He was like, well, I guess I should be reassured that there's no way you could ever lie to my daughter. So, hell, you can't even look me in the fucking eye. Remember, Naomi told him to tell her. Like, if you want to tell my father, go ahead. Go ahead and tell him. She said, because I'm not. You might as well go ahead and tell me, Jacob. Come on now. I bet you if there was something that someone knew about your fucking marriage, you want to know, right? The last thing I want to do is butt into anybody else's relationship. When they started playing the the real mysterious music on here, the CD music that was playing in the background, that shit stopped. Y'all ain't slick beyond the gate. But Bill says, Jacob thought about that shit. You know what? You're fucking right. You should hear this. Last night you started talking about wanting to have a baby, and I didn't hear anything from Haley, suggesting that she felt otherwise. Because she doesn't, Bill says. We are on the fucking same page there, as well as all things. Okay, well, when Haley showed us photos of your new house in St. Bart's, Naomi saw a text message from the pharmacy. She said it was about birth control pills. Bill, I don't think your wife is being fucking honest with you, bro. I take it that Bill has told you some stories about my misspent youth. We're back at the country club with Isaiah with a Z and Haley with the Hale. Oh, not at all. She turning around, honey, thinking he looking at her ass. Isaiah ain't looking at your ass, girl. And this camera shot is so fucked up because he's so taller than her. His head is cut off while you can see her full body. Not a good shot. Director, producer, whoever called this a camera angle. But I guess the focus is more on her because she's walking. So I get it. I guess I understand it just a little bit. He's very discreet about his clients as she slowly sits her ass on the couch with them little fucking legs. The only thing that he said that you rejected the family's tradition into going into law enforcement. I was just, speculating. Well, your speculations was correct, he said. I ain't no saint. Are you always so curious about the firm's new clients? Oh, you're more than a client to me, Isaiah. Like you said, we're connected through Naomi and Jacob. And to be honest, I could use a friend. But I'm afraid I've got a bit of a reputation around here. But I thought with you being someone who probably also has been misjudged, tell me about it, that you might be open minded enough to get to know me for yourself. I am where I am today because people were willing to give me a chance. So, of course, I'm going to pass it forward. So you can tell he is definitely not attracted to her. I don't know if it's because he's just not or because she's married, but he's not. The way he was flirting with Eva, Haley has nothing. Nothing. He keeps talking about he's the last one to judge someone off their past. I'm glad to hear that. He's like, all right, I see you around with his gold chain, his two plaits, sonny. She says, damn. You most certainly will. Because he had left her to go to the elevator. He said he was going to see her around. And she was like, yes, you will, honey. Mm. I didn't like the way we left things either. This is Tomas and Kat talking over lunch. What did you have in mind? He says. When you pointed out how Eva gets to me, or rather how I allow myself to react to her, it really hit me fucking hard. I don't want to turn into a crazy person every time I have to deal with her ass. So I had an honest conversation with my father about how hard it was to hear Eva call him dad. Well, how did that go? He says. Well, he was sympathetic, but he made it very clear that he wants Eva to feel like a valued part of his family. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? Because I really don't want that to be a part of our relationship. To be honest, that was not the response that I really wanted to hear. But I do realize that that shit is my issue, and I'm the one who has to find a way to work through it. So I'm considering talking to my mom about it. Not because she's a psychiatrist, but because she managed to find a way to forgive Eva. And maybe she'll show me how to do that too. Now, I don't like Kat's motives of doing this because she's not doing this because she wants to be close to Eva. She's doing this so that she won't lose Tomas to Eva. So it's not sincere, honey. You don't want to get to know her because you want to get to know her. You want to get to know her so you can appear a certain way to him. It's about him. It has all her way of moving about this whole situation is all about Tomas. She's not being sincere at all. So yeah. Wildcat, this is incredible, he says. Well, if it is, honey, it's because of you, see? It's all because of him. It ain't got nothing to do with her having a change of heart or change of mind. It's about her not losing him to her. to Eva because you care enough to tell me the truth, the hard truths. It's one of the reasons why I love your ass. All right, so the next scene we see some fingers gripping and all clenched all together, honey. I see some chocolate fingers and some light skinned fingers, so I'm assuming that these are Danny and Andre. You know, this beautiful hand of yours does look naked. That is them. Then the afterglow, honey. That glow is really nice on their face. Like I said, whoever is the lighting director, you guys do so great because you show all of the beautiful complexions and hues of the African American skin on this TV show. I love it. Danny was like, honey, it's just like the rest of me. I look beautiful, Nick. I mean, don't look good, Nick. He says, now that we have a real fucking marriage, I'm thinking about getting you a real fucking ring. Maybe from that jeweler you mentioned before. I really do like the idea of you actually putting a ring on it. If you like it, put a ring on it. If you like it, you want to put a ring on. Oh, that used to be the song. Now they played it too damn much, but that was the song. Back then, that's when Beyonce was thick, honey. She had thigh. Well, she's always been thick, but she had some thick thighs and thick leg. That was when she was thick. He was like, "Yeah, baby, you do deserve so much more than a damn cigar band." That was just a symbol, you know that. But back to the jewelry. I think it's something unique, a little unconventional, like you, he said. But you're really not a standard issue diamond solitaire type. Me neither. If I ever get married again, I don't want that. I probably won't, but we might have a long engagement if we do. But I like clusters and stuff. I don't like the standard solitaire type. So he's right. I wonder is Danny a Taurus? And she was like, yeah, you're right. And those are usually for engagements anyway. So he was like, yeah, that's right. We did skip the whole engagement thing. But I'd really be happy to give you a full ring set. She's like, oh, honey, don't bother. It wouldn't be authentic. And the last thing we are is ordinary, honey. Plus, I do want to put a ring on you too. So whatever we choose also has to reflect your taste too. He was like, yeah. I mean, our rings should not be matchy matchy, but somehow still fit perfectly like a puzzle. Oh my God, because we're each other's missing pieces. I hate to disappoint you, but I already knew about Haley's birth control, little boy. That's what it, because it looks like. I'm sorry, we're back at the bird cafe with Bill and Jacob talking. When I tell you the way Bill is towering over Jacob, it looks like a big giant over it's like David and Goliath. That's exactly what it looks like. Because we said that Andre was short, but I think Jacob is pretty short too. So it's funny to me. I even knew about the text she got from the pharmacy during dinner. So yeah. She just didn't feel like making it like no public announcement, you know. It never occurred to her that Naomi was looking at her text messages. That was an accident. Hmm. Well, since my daughter is so eager to monitor my wife's reproductive system, you can relay this shit to her. Haley's doctor said that her hormones were out of whack, and they've been that way since the miscarriage. So she's prescribed birth control pills to help her get everything back to normal. Okay, I'm glad you knew what was really going on. I really didn't want to cause trouble between you and Haley. If you two were not on the same page about having a baby, it could really cause problems down the road. Listen, Bill says, my wife is every bit as eager to have a child as I am. In fact, her ass didn't even want to fill the prescription because, yeah, she didn't want to delay getting pregnant again. So I insisted that she put her health first. You know, man, it's really a damn shame that you and Naomi are so determined to think the worst of Haley. And I'd hope that we had gotten past that shit. Why does he have an olive branch brooch on? You ain't never extend no olive branch, honey. But I like how men wear brooches now. It's so cute. When I went to the business mixer, marketing mixer, there was a guy who had like a beautiful bird blinged out brooches. It is so dope for me. I'm like, give me that. Let me have that brooch. Ooh, he said, you know what? Matter of fact, given how tense things were between you and Naomi last night at dinner, maybe you need to be worried about your own fucking marriage. Ooh. Zzz. We hear a phone buzz and it's back at the country club with Haley sitting in the lobby. And it's Randy calling her. So she says, hey, what's up? How's our plan going? He says. Randy, you looking all scared and shit. Why you looking all scared, Randy? Damn. I'm on a side quest right now, she tells him. Getting to know a certain police chief's fit and fine youngest son. Nah, you need to shut that shit down, Randy said. Get your mind back on this fucking main quest. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to, okay? Everything's going according to plan. I've been dosing Bill regularly, okay? He was like, see, and that's what you think. He says Joy's been doing some digging and has proof that we've been lying about how we first met. If his ass finds out what actually is going on, this whole thing can fall apart. We're back at Orphy Jean's, baby. And Isaiah comes by there. So Leslie was like, oh, wow. Look at the fine mouse that dragged the cat in. Why are you feaming and foaming at the mouth? She's so disgusting. Wow, she says. Eva was like, I know. Don't you dare go anywhere near him. Don't why does she have to tell her mama that? Why does this heifer has to tell her mother, don't you dare go anywhere near that man? Didn't her and Peaches share somebody? Didn't Leslie and Peaches share somebody? So maybe she thinks that that's what her and Eva's supposed to do. She acted like she was gonna get up, and Eva was like, bitch. And she goes over there switching, honey. Switching, for those of you who don't know, when a woman walks and she moves her hips from side to side intentionally, so you can, release that female prowess to get that man. That's what we call switch. That's an old term, honey. That's an old term. Isaiah, hi. She goes over to the table. He's like, hey. It's funny how we keep running into each other. We obviously have similar tastes and hangouts and other things. I am dying for some of the best biscuits in town. Y'all better give me one of them damn biscuits, because that's all they talk about. I'd been here hours ago, but I had a morning workout with Jacob. So, that man had me doing burpees. She's like, "Oh, burpees! You gotta have that upper body strength and them hip motions to do them burpees." She's like, "Ah, I know." Hoping I can walk tomorrow. She's like, it must be nice to be so close to your brother. I mean, I wouldn't say that Jacob and I are close. I mean, we're doing our best to reconnect after years apart. But relationships between brothers or sisters, I suppose, can be complicated. Yeah, it can be. I am learning that. I guess it makes it more complicated when a girl is feeling her sister's man, huh? Damn. They gave Isaiah all the tea, and he's just telling everybody's business. Damn, Isaiah. Eva was like, how the fuck he know that? What matters right now is that I don't want Eva or anything related to Eva to interfere with my otherwise wonderful life, especially what you and I are building together. That is Catherine talking to Tomas still at the country club. Every scene today has loud ass music. Every scene. Everybody's in the, except for Danny and Andre, when in their hotel room, except for when they was kissing and carrying on. But every scene has loud ass music. I mean, we are still building something, aren't we? She asked Tomas. So we're back. Shit. We're back at Alfred James. Let me breathe. Leslie is going through the list of guests that's invited to the Winterfest. Anastasia, I don't even like that woman. She's on the list, bitch. She's on the list. She is way too full of herself. This is her talking to herself and this piece of paper. Ain't nobody at the booth because Eva done left and gone over there with Isaiah. So she's just talking to herself. Oh, she says, no ticket for you. That bitch is going to have everybody in Fairmont Crest mad at Anita for not inviting them to that damn Winterfest. She scratched that lady's name off that damn list. She puts the pen down, goes over to the table with Mona and Jan. Probably gonna go over there and try to brag about the fact that she's over the Winterfest, and she's gonna invite Jan. I promise you. And Jan is gonna be like thinking like, well, at least she invited me to the Winterfest, Mona. You didn't. Watch. I feel that in my shana na, shana na 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 na, shana na na na. Hey, shana na 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 na, shana na na na. If you know that. Y'all know I love myself some TV and old ass movies. If you know that little jingle, let me know in the comment section who sang it. I bet you nobody ain't gonna guess it. If you know it, I want you to tell me who sang it. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na. If you know it, you know it. All right? All right, let's go back to the show. She got a nerve to pick up that fucking box and takes it over to the table. Hello there. Hello there yourself. Mona. Something we can do for you, bitch. Mona says. Mona, Mona ain't feeling that bitch at all. She pulls the chair over to the table. Jan, I just want to thank you so much for being a wonderful and understanding friend while she's holding one of the tickets in her hand. Watch she invites damn Jan and don't invite Mona to that fucking Winterfest. Now, go get yourself a dress, because, Hunty, you are going to the Winterfest. Oh, I didn't mean to rhyme that time. She looks at Mona. And Jan is like, oh, I tell you, Anita is going to be pissed. They only gave this bitch one thing to do. Just address. You got the list right there, bitch. Just address the tickets and send them out. That's it. I didn't tell you who you could and couldn't invite. Oh my God, are you serious? Jan said. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. But how? Jan said. Anita put me in charge of the guest list. Mona was like, the hell she did. Anita has so much more better sense than that. Oh shit. Leslie opens up the box and she sees the tickets. Believe me now. And Mona's just looking, honey. Now, if you are willing to get over your pettiness so that we can be the three musketeers again, musketeerettes again, you got Tourette's, honey. No shade on anybody that has it, but she's crazy. Then maybe there's an opportunity for you too. Thanks. But no thanks, Mona says. Oh, you lost. So she slammed the box down. It ain't gonna be that many people there. If she's going down the list of who she like and who she don't like, Anita and them are doing all this planning, and ain't nobody gonna be showing up, honey. Well, Jan can fill you in on all of the Winterfest gossip afterwards. Mona was like, bitch, I am going to already be there, honey. But even if I wasn't, honey, I'd still never voluntarily be in your presence again. That ship is sailed and sunk. You know what, Mona? You can hold on to the past, all this negative energy you want. All this negative energy if you want to. You know what? I tell you what, be my guest, honey. But I really choose not to look at your little sour face anyway. Damn. Mona, throw that fucking coffee in her fucking face. She make you want to yoke her the fuck up. Then she want to cry wolf when the cops want to show the fuck up. Spit it. Take that orphanage. Girl, take that box. She gets back to the table. The phone was zzz. Peaches? Oh my God, what's wrong? Yeah, thank you so much, Jerry. We're back at the hotel at Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Cali egg. Oh, California. Ain't no doubt about it. That's my shit, y'all. That Tupac. Shake, shake, hey, hey, shake, shake it. Shake, shake it, mama. Hey, shake it for me. I knew I can count on you, honey. And you are just going to adore Andre. Okay, bye bye. Well, Jerry the jeweler said that he would be delighted to help us find the perfect wedding ring. So he was like, well, let's go the fuck over there now. We can't. Award season is right around the corner, and some starlet wants him to do all of their jewels. So, but I did schedule a consultation, so he's not free until the afternoon. Well, I suppose that we could wait, but we're gonna have to find a way to fill in all this time. We can go to the beach. Not in LA. November's a little cold, he said. Or we can go to that little Korean barbecue spot that you mentioned. He said, shit, I'm hungry, baby, but not for no fucking barbecue. So they give a little kiss. It would have been cool if he would have put his head underneath the blanket. I don't know if that would have been too inappropriate. I'm like, shit, fuck that. Y'all said penis all through one damn episode all the time. So he could have put his head underneath the blanket, giving an illusion of being, hungry. Anyway, Naomi and I are doing just fine. We're back at the bird cafe with all them damn plants. Now you know they threw this scene in there. I see the difference now, okay? The last time we were in the bird cafe, all right, it was I just noticed this now. It was Catherine and it was Smitty, and they had a fucking poinsettia right there on the damn table. Why is a poinsettia missing? Ain't no Christmas decorations, ain't no pumpkins, ain't no nothing. When Kat and Smitty were there, they had all of those decorations. So the continuity is fucking off. It might be good in this particular episode, but if you're gonna stick with this damn bird cafe, you gotta keep that damn poinsettia or whatever the fuck you mentioned, and you need to keep that thing on them tables. Chat. I just noticed it. Let me take a picture of this bullshit. I'm so mad. That means that they did all of these scenes on different days. That this was clearly well before damn November. I mean, of course it was well before November. But if you're gonna use poinsettias, however the fuck you say it, when you had damn Smitty and Kat there, it was all Christmassy. Why the fuck you don't have it now? Oh, there's that inability to lie once again. This is what Bill says to damn Jacob. Look, man, you don't want to come clean to me. That's all right. It's cool. I'll just go straight to damn Naomi and ask her what the fuck's going on. All right, look, all right. We've been having some issues, but we working through them, all right? Is Naomi all right? He said, she's fine. Bill was like, all right, then you must be the damn problem then. Did you cheat on her? Everybody always goes straight to that. Not yet, nigga. I think he will, though. Ooh, Jacob said, adultery is your MO, not mine. We just had a disagreement. All right, okay, Bill says, all right, all right, all right. Well, your ass better do whatever it takes to make my damn daughter happy, all right? My goal is for the both of us to be happy. Look, I'm not going to violate Naomi's confidence by spilling everything, but this situation made me realize just how precarious even the strongest marriage is. One unexpected event can unravel a whole relationship. You got that right, boo. How the fuck did Joey find out about us? We're back at the country club. Sometimes her country accent comes out. I'm still tripping about where's the Christmas. Y'all had all these pumpkins and shit. I'm looking at the country club. I just noticing shit. One point y'all had all this Christmas lights and trees and shit. Now ain't nothing there. Okay, they panned over. I see the little white pumpkins. Okay, I see it. All right, I'm not mad at y'all no more. How did you screw this up? She tells asks Randy. Randy was like, look, all right, look, okay, look. Joey saw some surveillance footage of the two of us together before you had that fucking miscarriage, bitch. More footage? Dang. Maybe if you would have did a fucking better job about, corroborating our cover story, then Joey's ass wouldn't be so fucking suspicious. I mean, that you and I are having an affair? Even Viola Davis couldn't have pulled that off, cuz. All right. Well, I don't think that was too funny. And why am I laughing? He said, look, bitch, I did exactly what you wanted me to do. She asked him earlier why the fuck did he didn't delete all that shit. And that's when he was telling her that if she would have just followed through with the damn cover story, they would have been cool. They've been Gucci. He said, I told Joey that I lied about the whole shit. And guess what? He still won't drop it. I mean, okay, so what the fuck did you expect for me to do? I expect for you to come up with a better cover story ASAP. Please don't use Isaiah. Please. Because she don't even know how close Isaiah and Joey are. One that gets Joey off of both of our backs, especially mine. I tell you, that damn Randy, his facial expressions, his face looked tore up. Of course, we're still building something together. We are back at the country club, and that's what Domas tells Kat. And I'm really feeling pretty good about that right now. She says, okay, good. Hopefully Eva's not on her way over there. Because Eva's going to cuss her the fuck out. She says, has the doctor cleared your systems for takeoff? Girl, y'all are well past y'all talking in codes now, girl. Remember y'all was talking about cakes? Her and Chelsea kept talking about eating the cake and being ready for it and stuff. Girl, did your doctor say that your peen is better now? So I can pounce it? Okay, I almost said the D word, y'all. Whoo, reel it in, Char. Reel it in. But I'll say, I'm back to 100%, he says. Then might I suggest we have dessert at my place in bed? Girl, you ain't got no bed. Do you promise to be gentle? I will be however you want me to be, baby. So she's on the well, she's leaving. Tomas and Kat are leaving. So as Kat is leaving, she nodded at Haley because Haley is still in the lobby talking to Randy on the phone. They nodded at each other. You know what, cuz? Keep lying, and I'm gonna do the same. And this is about Tomas. Back at the refugees. Yeah, Isaiah says. I guess I'm curious. Yeah, he should ask. He's very upfront. Now they've had that same apple pie in that damn cake pan, that cake box for the longest. Are they gonna ever cut? Because I don't know if that's cherry, but it looked good though. Tomas and I are friends now, but we did hook up when he and Kat were having problems. But it wasn't something like I had planned or anything. He was like, hey, no judgment here. Anyway, they're back together now. And I'd rather not get into details in front of the town's gossipers because she turned around and saw Mona and Jan at the table talking. He says, I get it, but I do know that when someone is off limits like Tomas, it can make them even more attractive. Yeah, go ahead, Isaiah. I tried to ignore my chemistry with Tomas because I genuinely wanted a real relationship with my sister. But Kat has made that very clear that that's never going to happen. So does that mean that Tomas is fair game again? No, because I have someone better on my radar now. He said, I want to hear all about this mystery man. How about we get away from the gossipers and go somewhere where we can discuss this in detail? Y'all know I've been waiting for Isaiah. Y'all know I've been talking about Isaiah since when. I'm so happy that he's here. He's such a breath of fresh air to me. We needed him, and I'm so happy that he's here. And I can't wait for the next season, when the other people be coming. But I think that's the end. Let me make sure. Yep, I hear the Bob coming on. So that is the end of episode number 73 of Beyond the Gates. Oh, I have a lot of pictures that I'm gonna add. I think I'm just gonna do pictures on Mondays and Fridays, or the first episode and the last episode. Because doing this, because I see so much, I'm gonna be careful about what I see when I'm reviewing it. But I see so much that pisses me off, or that I notice the little things. I know that you guys like the visuals. Adding visuals is some bullshit. But I know it's cute. But again, like I said, it really doesn't add to my viewer count. It really doesn't. Just doing the extra work. If I can just do less work and still get the same coin, that's what I'm gonna do. So if I do the visuals, it's definitely gonna be on Mondays and Fridays. But Tuesday through Thursday, baby, no, it's gonna be voice only, honey. Because my viewership really don't change much when I do it with fit pictures compared to audio. So let me go on and get this together, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love you. Bye.